I'm Tyler.
And I'm Ryan, and this is Retrobit Unplugged. Well, welcome back to this week's episode of Retrobit Unplugged. As promised, we're going to try to do these weekly. Unlike the NFL Hall of Fame voters, we do appreciate all of the subscribers, and each one of you get into the Hall of Fame first ballot. So, sorry, I had to address it. Just ripped the Band-Aid off tonight before we get into our topic of the week.
For Bill Belichick?
Bill Belichick was snubbed. He was snubbed.
Did he have a reason?
So they did. They did. But let me, before I give you the reason.
There's some Barry Bonds stuff going on?
So it was the Gates.
It was some Barry Bonds stuff going on.
Yeah, so.
Put Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, I agree with that. All those steroid era. Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Jose Canseco, put them all in.
Yeah, but that's not your Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick right now, all over the news. Him and his 19-year-old girlfriend is not going to be first ballot Hall of Fame. And it's due to...
Sounds insane.
It is insane. It's due to what people are speculating, Spygate and Deflategate.
So, I know of Deflategate for sure. Spygate sounds like I've definitely heard something like that, but I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure from what I think it is, weren't they like spying on team practices before they would play teams so that they knew exactly what they were running?
Okay. And this is a quote you can find out there. When asked by Robert Kraft to Bill Belichick, give me a percentage of how much it improved or helped you, Bill Belichick said 1 to 2%. High risk, no reward. All gas, no brakes. That's what that was. But let me give you some of his brief resume, okay? 6 Super Bowl championships as a head coach, 2 as a coordinator, defensive coordinator.
I'm not even gonna pretend like I know where, but
Giants. I'll say both the Giants. I know for sure one was the Giants. But yeah. Imagine Greg Popovich did not get in first ballot Hall of Fame.
Oh, I think he's already in.
Yeah, but imagine.
I think I could be wrong.
I'm trying to think
because there are some people that can get in at one active. I think.
Is there?
I think I'm told.
Wait. In the NBA, you can get elected, and
I think this is
coaches.
I think this is entirely wrong. Because
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can either. But all I'm saying is because it happened to me in 2K. So
okay,
that's why I'm thinking. But I don't think.
But imagine Phil Jackson not getting in first ballot.
Oh, Phil Jackson.
Yeah, not getting in first ballot.
Or Pop. I mean, Pop and Phil are the 2 greatest coaches of all time.
Imagine them not getting in first ballot.
There's not a world that oh my God, there's not a world that's possible.
Bill Belichick didn't get in. So, you know what that...
Is this like a Bond where it's like he didn't get in on the first try, so let's try again next year? Or is this like a one and done? He's never
No,
getting in.
You can keep going. There's multiple criteria. You have like the more recent modern players, and then you have like players and coaches that are considered legends type thing, so legacy type stuff. He has opportunities. So, but he got snubbed. So I was thinking about this. Okay,
yes,
6 championships as a head coach, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. So I am going to officially call out Alex because I have 6 chips, and I'm one of the few coaches not in the Hall of Fame. And I am tied for the most in the league. And the other guy with 6 is in the Hall of Fame. So I want to know what Alex thinks I did because
So
clearly,
now,
I am being blocked. So there's there is some tomfoolery happening in the RBM Hall of Fame voting. Okay.
oh, you can. You can. I googled. Sorry, I was googling. It was gonna
You
kill
had to
me.
Google. That's okay.
You can, because the reason why I was like, I think you can, is because LeBron and Chris Paul are
In the Hall of Fame already?
not as individual players, but a part of the 08 Dream Team.
That's the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was like, I think you can, but it's under like very
So.
circumstances.
That makes sense. So
Anyways.
anyway, so I'm blocked from the Hall of Fame clearly. But you know,
You're active still.
I'm at well, there's other people active in the Hall of Fame. I apparently I need to cheat better. Might as well get my rings
Speaking
up.
of cheating, no one's actually cheating, but no one's actually cheating. All right. I had a thought. Hey, no, stop it.
Hang on. You know, we're you know, hang on. Wait. No, go ahead. Keep thinking about that.
What is going on right now?
Hang on.
What are you doing? I'm not gonna say anything until I see what
I know. I'm writing here. You have no idea what I'm doing right now.
No, I don't. I was about to say something that I think we as a group of people should be aware of, but
Hang on.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just trying to talk so I can fill the air. Yes. What are you talking about? I'm so confused.
You are always confused, Tyler. It's because you come from the land of being a Sacramento Kings fan.
Hey, that's not fair. That's a low blow. That's a sneak submarine attack, all right? You can't do that.
I'm so sorry.
You as a White Sox fan should not be talking.
I'm so sorry.
You as a White Sox fan should not be talking. Yeah, I see your hands. Don't worry. Jesus Christ, man.
So,
okay.
So I'm sorry, that was a low blow, but it's all right. One day Giannis will play for the Kings for a year and then leave.
Yo, what is this episode? Is this Hate on Me Day?
No, it's not Hate on You Day. You know what it is though? We're gonna stop with this whole talk. You know, what are we? 5 minutes in already? Oh, we're almost 10. It's like some podcasts, you know, BS for 10 minutes and then get into the real show. So, Tyler, would you like to tell us and our studio audience what we're going to talk about today?
I don't know. You didn't tell me.
I did tell you.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I didn't? That's
no,
right.
You never told me anything.
You're very prepared. You're very prepared in this subject.
Am I?
You are very prepared. So,
about chicken nuggets?
Funny you say that. I did an evaluation of our podcast, and then we'll get to the point. Because apparently with like Gemini and stuff, you can evaluate the podcast, and it said you had an exceptionally expertise in fast food. That is what it concurred from reviewing our page.
I can't argue with it.
So one of these days we're going to need to do just a fast food episode, go completely off of sports and video games and just straight to fast food.
We can do that.
So enough of that. Maybe we'll do a mini bit like that.
Well, will we rank things?
Rank things, yeah.
Should we do a draft?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Should we do a draft?
We're gonna do a draft. Okay.
Okay. You know what? We'll hammer out those details later.
Yeah. So today we're gonna dive into how do you build the best Retro Bowl roster.
I've never won a title, so I don't know.
But you've been close. And you've been actually, you just won. Congratulations, you just won another title.
Okay,
it's 3.
Yes, but this one,
did it feel like
this is like a New England Patriots run?
Thank
right?
you. I was gonna say
this is like
Yeah.
There was no comp on my run. Like,
one of the scores you had to beat was 8. So, but there is some necessity, and I'm hoping, Tyler, when you make or edit this video, we can put up the little roster, so that way the viewer audience can see what we're talking about. So in in Retro Bowl, College, you have the ability to have either 10 or 12 players, depending on how big your roster size is. Your roster size is based on your salary cap. Your salary cap is either 150 for 10, 200 for 12.
I thought your salary cap depends on your roster size, not your roster size depends on your salary cap.
You probably corrected me, so it's okay. So obviously the obvious, you have quarterback. I'm just going to go through the players. You have quarterback, running back, tight end, wide receivers, O-line on offense. So you can pick from 5 different offensive players.
Yes, I think everyone knows the positions in football, right?
It's okay. And it's for the studio audience that doesn't know. And then on the defensive side, you are only able to get defensive line, linebacker, and DB.
DBs count as safeties and corners.
Yep. And then you're able to get kickers. Still not sure if they punt, if they're the same as punting, but
I would imagine so.
I don't know. I don't know.
We should test that theory.
We should. Do punters' lives matter?
I mean, obviously. Shout out Michael Dixon.
Goat.
Yeah.
From down under.
Oh yeah, he's Australian, isn't he?
Aussie in the Super Bowl.
But that's all the positions, I think.
That's all the positions that you can draft. So obviously, you can't build just an entire offense. You can't build an entire defense, because you have to have it balanced, right? You have to have players on both sides of the ball. But
you don't have to.
You don't. You're right. But there are some key positions. Okay, we're gonna start on the offensive side. So Tyler, in your humbled opinion, what do you think is the best offense for Retro Bowl?
I mean, likely just the absolute best.
Yeah, the meta.
The meta. I don't know if it really is a meta on offense.
I think there is,
but I'll just do what I do for everyone for every league. I just go quarterback, 2 receivers.
Yes, that is meta.
I don't go tight end. I don't go running back. I don't go O-line, because I'd rather spend more money on 2 receivers and a quarterback than blowing extra money on stuff that doesn't really affect the game. And the lights are flickering, so we're running to power.
Sweet. So yes, and you also like to save money for defense. We'll talk about defense.
Yeah, that's the majority of where my money goes.
So you want a good quarterback, two wide receivers. Now, before I go into why we think those are better, I'm going to talk about why no go on running back, O-line, tight end. So running back, typically, ironically, when you first start your save, normally you have a running back. Not sure why, but you do. Running back, especially if you're trying to put up points, is kind of worthless. They only catch out of the backfield. They're not super fast. It always feels like the DB is faster than every running back on the planet. So you're just wasting cap space.
Yes.
Tight end is probably the most aggravating position I have in this game.
That was my number one mistake for the first 4 seasons of me playing League. Was I used to have a tight end, because I would always say to myself, well, I needed someone extra to do quick little drop routes over the middle. Yeah, don't do that, because on some plays, when you're trying to hit a receiver, your tight end will follow him, and if your tight end is even a centimeter in front of your running back, he's jumping and they're gonna intercepting a pass for your receiver, and he has lost me games.
So that is why you don't want to carry a tight end. Offensive line. Now, I have won 2 championships.
Yes, and we do know someone who's adamantly against O-line.
We do know somebody who's adamant against line. You do know who you are. But in essence, I mean, unless you're trying to run the ball all the time, the O line is unnecessary.
I only have online in college
I do too, and
because
that's
I just need to spend money.
right. That's
That's
to
just like spend money.
and that yeah, so you can keep getting
Yeah,
the
which
money
is.
in.
Oh, I feel that we should also. This is coming from our perspective, who are mainly playing Retro Bowl in league play.
But
But this also, if you just want to put up good numbers on your own,
Mhm.
you don't care about playing leagues, you could also use a strategy to help you guys win more games. But obviously, like if you're in leagues, this is more where we get our perspective on these things
Mhm.
from. At the end of the day, you can run whatever you want to run. No one's stopping you. But this is just like give like a short PSA that from this perspective, this is ideally what you would want to run if you're playing in any other leagues.
I agree, and
Like literally, the man has won 6 championships. Like you know who he's talking about. I have won none, so
either way, we're not going to go into what makes the best player for each position. We're going to go into that in a different episodes. We'll probably do a breakdown of what's the best offensive, stats for QB, what's the best for defense. We'll get into that in another episode. But the only position left is wideouts. Two wideouts, you always have two wideouts on the field, no matter what. And typically you have one doing kind of some kind of longer route, not necessarily long, like a deep shot. And then you have one doing some kind of underneath route, unless you're like within a minute of the end of the game or 30 seconds
or half times.
or have to. Then you have like two streak routes. But having two solid wide receivers is what allows you to really be able to move down the field, right? Um, there's some techniques and whatnot, especially if you have like a 5-star with really solid catching. There are ways that you can, and we can go into strategies in another episode, but how you can pull receivers in a specific direction, stuff like that. So you right there, that is the offense in a nutshell.
Yes, and I know we gotta talk about stats, but I do want to note this now. When it comes to very much offense in general, the offensive side of the ball is mainly the only side of the ball in Retro Bowl that I'm ever really super okay with having a guy at 4.5, 4 stars.
Oh, I've drafted a wideout at 3 stars.
Yeah.
before.
Now, the next thing we're talking about is probably going to be defensive side of the ball, and this is an entirely different story where you might not want to take a 4-star defender sometimes if you're super serious about.
So we have tried multiple different um, setups. So I'm gonna break this down into there's a numbering system.
This goes back to our RNG episode from last week.
Yep, RNG episode. So you have, and I'm going to use numbers. So you have DL, LB, DB. So normally when we're talking defenses, let's say you have 2 defensive linemen, it would be 2, 1 linebacker, 1, 2 DBs, 2. So 2-1-2 defense.
Can you even run that?
You can. You can have it on you can have it on your rosters. But when we're talking, I'm not saying that's the meta. So when we're talking about that, there is some significance that each player can do. So a defensive lineman cannot intercept the ball, but a linebacker can intercept and sack the quarterback, but a DB can only intercept
and cause fumbles.
A linebacker can do the same. So each one has its benefits, each one has its cons.
Yes.
This is the side of the ball, you're right. You have to have 5-star defenders all across the board, or risk getting burned by 40 points, no matter
what. Or by a 3.5-star offensive
3.5-star.
Yeah.
So when you look at that, we have tried things like 3-1-0. We have tried things like 2-1-2.
I haven't.
We have tried 013,
I've done 023.
023. I have heard that.
I've done that.
I've seen people do 003.
I did that for a little bit in
Mhm.
basketball.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. I did that in
I did.
basketball.
I did that in basketball.
Rip to the RBCBB.
I know. It's unfortunate.
By the way, this is the official call out to the college that had, oh my God, Chicago Loyola. I'm still after you. So when taking all those things into account, at the end of the day, we talked about in the RNG type stuff. We've talked about this in other episodes. At any given time, there's only 3 defenders on the field, like star defenders.
That was 4.
No, it's only 3.
Oh, I've been lied to.
There's only 3. The fourth one, and then it gets rotated.
Oh no, yeah, I've not been lied to. I'm just very slow.
That's okay. So, kind of like the 49ers offense. So with that being said, we've proven and tested over 70 seasons now in RBM. We're 39 seasons in CFL.
I've not been here for 70 seasons.
Well, the league's been around for that many seasons. We've seen in other leagues that are 20 plus seasons in. The optimal defense is
4-0-0. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
0-0-4. Yo,
bad thought.
Anyway, someone should do 4-0-0 for 1 year and tell me what happens.
It works for Extreme.
Does it?
It works for Extreme.
I was messing around. I just thought four linemen would be funny.
No, the optimal for every setting in the game minus Extreme
0-0-4
is 0-0-4. In Extreme, which not a lot of people play because it is fast paced, 0-0-4 actually does slow down the offense of the 8-star offense that the CPU has. You actually slow down and get more possessions. They still score a shit ton of points, but it does slow it down.
So what about 4-0-0 helped work in Extreme then?
That's what I'm saying. In 4-0-0 in Extreme slowed down the offense. We don't know, but for some reason, at that difficulty level, it flips, and the D linemen are like gold.
Right, but yes.
So
0-0-4 is
in
what
every other mode, 4 DBs must be 5-star is what's going to get you to consistently put up high numbers. People that typically run that on, I wouldn't say on average, but it's very easy to put up 72 to nothing type scores. If you go up against a 1-star, people have put up 80 or 88 points before.
In wood, where this has got to be wood. Screw it. I have not. I've switched to 0-0-4 again this season. I have not gone below 40 yet.
Well, you have a tough day today.
Yeah, 41 from you, huh? It's fine. I'm putting my game into this, so we'll see. We'll see.
I'm just saying. So that is the most optimal defense to that. You get the most turnovers. It slows down the wide receivers. Obviously, you don't get sacks.
No.
I shouldn't say you don't ever get sacks. It is possible.
There are a couple of possessions where the game will say and the quarterback got sacked,
but by nobody.
It's just by no one. Like it doesn't get registered by your players. It's just like a way the ball gets.
It's the RNG.
Most of the time, if you're gonna run 0-0-4, you're gonna see either picks or you're gonna see punts or they go like incompletions that just give you the ball back. So yeah, that's that. I have heard rumors of 0-1-3.
I ran that last season. I did not like it.
I started to use it because I heard the rumors. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll try 0-1-3. It was really nice for the first 5, and then after the first 5 games, I couldn't hold a team under 20,
Same.
but
It was no bueno.
yeah, I immediately switched back to 004.
So I'm at 004 this season, and I think I put up like I don't know. I'm 3-0 to start the season.
Hey, you haven't played me yet.
This is game 4, isn't it?
This is game 3.
Oh, sorry, 2-0.
He's already saying he won. Yo, you really hate me.
The real title of this episode is "I Hate Tyler Tonight." So that's the optimal defense, but we are forgetting a position that you do need on your roster.
Arguably the most important.
It is actually the most important one on the
Which
team.
sounds ridiculous if you guys aren't super deep into the Retro Bowl stuff, but yes, surprisingly in Retro Bowl, the most important position is the kicker.
Is the kicker. And Tyler, why is the kicker so important?
Yeah, so it sounds crazy. Wow, the kicker is a must roster player. Yes, it is. Yes, he is because of one stat only. Like only really one stat matters on him, which is the kick range. We'll save full stats for later, but if you could get a 2-star kicker with at least decent kick range, he's the most important player on your team because he dictates where the ball gets started for the CPU, which sounds crazy, but it makes a giant difference.
Yep. It's amazing that it is so crazy. It does though. I don't ever. I shouldn't say ever. I hardly ever kick field goals in league play.
No, I don't.
If you guys are interested in league play, we've done episodes on that. Go check that out.
And if you are after hearing this, I will put a link in the description below on YouTube for you guys, and there will be a link in the descriptions for Spotify too.
Okay.
So
thank you. So like that's the most ideal roster. So kind of to sum it up, QB1, 2 wide receivers on offense. On defense, you run 4 5-star DBs and a kicker out of nowhere.
And you can survive with a 4.5 DB. I'm doing it right now, but
it's not ideal.
He gets upgraded to 5-star this year for me, so that's why I got him. Yeah. Like if you're in free, like if you go to free agency and you sign a 4.5-star DB that eventually will evolve into a 5-star after like 2 upgrades, that's fine too. You can survive that.
The only asterisk I will put onto this roster is let's focus. It should be focused on Retro Bowl and like Retro Bowl 26. Retro Bowl College, we are still trying to figure out what the most optimal defense is.
It feels like a lot of things work on college.
Yeah, so like me personally, I've ran 004. Right now, I have like 1 DL, 2 linebackers, 4 DBs, and I'm still putting up decent points, except for this most recent playoffs by the entire league.
I've done 004, I've done 1-3, I've done 2-2, I've done 1-1-2 before. That was a fun season when I did 1-1-2 because you were either going to put up 54 or you're putting up 10. It was fun though.
So we want to say that an asterisk on that. This is Retro Bowl 25. Retro Bowl 25 basically has the same
26
things. 26, sorry. But that's the most ideal. That's how to build a roster in Retro Bowl.
I think this fits this episode too, but this is my personal thing. For defensive players, I almost exclusively sign them through free agency.
I do too. If you're like not playing league play and stuff like that,
that part doesn't matter. Like if you're not doing league, then don't listen to that part at all. Like you can draft and develop, cool. But if you're like someone playing league or going to play leagues, that's the one thing I would say is if you're gonna try and build your best defenses, you're not gonna want to draft these low 3-star DBs and evolve them because you're gonna get torched for a couple seasons and not be competitive. Sign your DBs through free agency. Mm-hmm. You'll get them at 4.5 or just sign straight 5 stars. And sometimes you can sign a 5-star DB at 23, and then you have a 5-star DB for 8 years, 8 seasons.
Yeah,
about
give or take.
Usually about I usually like to keep them until about they're 30, and then
I will say 31, and we can always talk about the parameters later, but the parameters seem a little different these days. It's not like 30 on the dot. I got away with a season with a 31-year-old.
yeah. So
But yeah, that is, in our humble opinion, the best Retro Bowl roster. The one that is going to allow you to put up the most points, get the most stops, and just have fun with it.
and this is not an episode of where we're telling you this is the absolute meta. If you want to win every game, do this. Like this is no, we're just giving out advice. Like if you, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
if you are playing in leagues or trying to figure out what's going wrong with your team, or you feel like you're right there, but you can't get over the hump. Like this is a direction. Obviously, Retro Bowl can be played however you want to play it. We're not telling you if you want to. Like I said, if you want to run 4-0-0, go for. I don't care. Oh, see, we have a person who has definitely ran 1-3 last season and got torched. So yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know if they can hear that, but
I don't know either. Anyway, with that being said, play the game as you wish. Right? This is just
yeah, that's kind of what I was getting towards.
It's
It's not like these current days of gaming where everyone's like, "This is the number one build
Yeah.
for Pro League." No, like
No, I will say if you are trying to be in competitive type modes, that this is what we would recommend. If you're trying to do league play, but if you're trying to put up the most points, you're like, why can I? Do I feel like I never can get more than the defense to stop 20? That's why.
yeah,
That's why we have proven data. Like I said, we have 70 seasons of RBM. We've seen 30 plus seasons in other leagues, and it's proven. It's
Yeah.
very much proven. So. But
you talk about coordinators, or is that a different episode?
That'll be a different episode.
Okay.
So with that being said, that goes for our topic of the week. Tyler's checking if Giannis
That is exactly what
has
I'm
been
doing.
traded yet.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Has he been traded at this time?
Not that I know of, but I'm looking right now. Please continue as you're on while I figure this out.
Well, I don't really have anything else today on this episode. But we do appreciate that you have listened. I would love to know down in the comments what you think is the best Retro Bowl roster that you run, that you feel is like just optimal, and whatever you play with your heart.
That's not ideal, but sure, man.
Whatever you play with your heart. While this guy is
sorry,
spazzing out over the NBA.
Sorry, as I was looking up for Giannis news, I saw that Clint Kubiak's taking an interview on Saturday.
Yeah, he is. But with that being said, I'm going to leave you on this piece of advice. In Macklin, we trust.
Yeah, nothing.
And Tyler,
hold on, wait. He's been traded.
Has he?
Yes, he's going to the Dodgers. He's going to the Dodgers, man.
He's going to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Is he going to be a cover athlete too?
I don't know. That's Aaron Judge this year.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
That was the dumbest troll, by the way, that they tried to do.
It's annoying, man. How do you do the colors and not have a new cover athlete? It was supposed to be Tariq Skubal or Juan Soto.
I'm surprised they haven't put Shohei on the front.
He is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Which one?
2022.
Oh. Surprised they didn't put Yamamoto.
See, I would have been fine with do someone new, man.
Yeah. But
Judge was on the cover on 18.
I know.
Price was 19. Who was 20? Javi Baez. Tatis was 21. Shohei was 22. 23 was Jazz. And then 24. Who was 24? Oh my God. Who the? Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And the 25 was the triple cover with Skeens, Ellie, and who's the last guy from Baltimore? Gunnar Anderson. Yep, and now it's back to Aaron Judge again, and then Team USA uniform.
Well, that's okay. They'll do their thing and make $1 billion this year.
Yeah, you damn right they will, because I'm playing it this year.
Yeah, see, he just likes to complain. So we're gonna stop boring you now. Please hit that like, subscribe button if you made it this far and Tyler hasn't turned you off to any other topic that is not Retro Bowl tonight. Thank you for listening, and we hope you keep it real.